Hello and welcome to the Indie Ocean. This is Little Racers Street. I've been aware of this game for some time, basically since its release. I spotted it when it came out. And I played the demo a couple of times and thought, hey, this is pretty decent, and then kind of forgot about it. But I was reintroduced to it yesterday and bought it to play with a certain friend. You may know her as Indie Gamer Chick. And I'm glad I did. It's only 80 Microsoft points, and it's actually got really good production values and just sort of good racing fun. It's definitely one of the best, if not the best, racing game on Xbox Live Indie Games, and actually one of the best traditional sort of top-down racing games I've played in quite some time. It reminds me a little bit of Micro Machines on the Sega Mega Drive. It also reminds me a little of things like Off-Road, what was it called? Super Off-Road or something on the NES. It was something like that. And in some ways even of Blur on the current generation of consoles. Just a little bit. But anyway, the best way, as always, is to show you. We'll go into a quick race in a moment, but I first want to show you the career mode briefly, because there's actually quite a lot you can do with your cars. Race is simple enough, but in Garage, these are the cars I've bought. I know they look pretty grotesque, but there's a reason they look grotesque, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But you can see they're listed with a class and then various stats underneath them. And this is not an innate thing. All the cars you can buy from the shop, here's your full range, all start off not, well, some of them start at Class A, but a lot of them start at Class E or Class D. And then the ones I've got at the moment, even my D-Class car, this one, that started off as a Class E, but I bought upgrades for it to the point where it had to be moved up a class. Yeah, there you go. So you can change the paint job and the colours and the pattern even, like this. But you can also upgrade. You can buy upgrades to its engine power and its ability to corner and its nitro capacity. But you can also downgrade if you're not happy with the upgrade you've bought, although I don't think you get your money back, or not much of it anyway. And there's also online multiplayer. And that's actually good fun. I haven't seen any online community just sort of sitting there dormantly, but I have played a game with, I think there were about 5 or 6 of us yesterday, and it is good fun. But yeah, it's unlike a lot of Xbox Live Indie games, it actually has an online multiplayer component rather than just a local one. Anyway, let's get into the game and have a quick race and show you just how it plays. So you can see I'm this kind of purplish car in the middle here, highlighted at the moment. And that's my one criticism, really, of this game, is that... Oh, that was bad. Racing and commentating at the same time is tricky. Is that it's difficult... Oh no, I'm driving in my slow car! Oh god, the horror. It's difficult to distinguish your car from other cars at times. And that's why I went with such brightly coloured paint jobs, because it makes it a little easier to see my car. At first, I went with a black car, and occasionally I couldn't even tell it apart from bits of the road in some ways. But yeah, you can see this is basically Little Racers Street. This is how it goes. Controls are pretty simple. Right trigger to accelerate, left trigger to brake. You've got a handbrake turn with A, and you can press X or B, or I think even Y for a nitro, which gradually recharges over time. And you saw that you can upgrade your nitro capacity in the garage to give you more nitro use. So it's very much a classic top-down racing game, and I think, considering it's 80 Microsoft points, so the equivalent of $1 or 60p roughly in my local currency, it looks very good and it plays very well. It's difficult to express in video form, but the handling of it is very smooth, very responsive, but not too responsive. It's not twitchy. So I would say if you like this sort of traditional kind of racing game, where it's top down rather than sitting behind your car all the time, and you just want a very arcadey sort of game with short races and a bit of a nitro boost and nothing too flash, but a good, solid, fun racing game, you can do a hell of a lot worse than this. It might even be a contender for my top 10 Xbox Live indie games, possibly. We'll see. Because it's just a lot of fun. It's really easy to pick up and to put down when you've had enough of it. For those of you who do actually prefer the behind-your-car sort of modern racing game, I haven't tried this myself, but I've been informed that you can actually do that. In the settings, you can change the camera to sit behind your car and make this a full-on, proper 3D racing game. So, this is Little Racers Street. Personally, I actually give it a very strong recommendation. I think it's a lot of fun and a hell of a lot of value for the money. If you have any interest in this kind of game, it's definitely worth checking out. Thanks for watching, as usual, and I will see you the next time with more videos about games. See you then.